Alrighty guys, I am off work. We're going to do some meal prepping. I think this is going to be my last Monday night meal prep. As much as I have enjoyed it, as far as it's keeping me on task, I do it quickly. I feel like my night is gone, and I also feel like I am limiting myself what I can make. Like tonight, I planned on doing using the chicken thighs in my chicken soup, which I do like to do because I feel like it gives so much flavor by using the chicken in the broth, and it just kind of adds so much flavor cooking the chicken in there. However, I would have to watch it all night, and I am really trying to prioritize sleep because that's one of the things my dietitian said, prioritize sleep. So otherwise I would be up all night trying to, make sure the soup really simmered for long enough, or I wouldn't let it simmer enough where it just would not taste right. So I'm going to take a little shortcut tonight, and we are going to still make chicken soup, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently, where I still feel like it's kind of enough flavor, but that I think I am going to go back to doing Sunday meal prepping. I'll just give myself a time limit and make myself stick to it. So what I'm going to do tonight, and I almost talked myself out of completely meal prepping because this is kind of a short week when it comes to meals, for lunches mostly. My dinners, I do have to eat dinner every day this week, and I don't have any plans for evening time this week, so that's fine. It's just my lunches. I don't need to prep as much because I don't need as many lunches this week, because Wednesday we're having our department Christmas party, so we'll be going out to lunch, and then Friday's our last day of work before we go on winter break, so Friday we're having a potluck, so won't need lunch for that day. So I only need lunch for today, which I already ate lunch today, and I did not have to meal prep for that. I just made it ahead of time. So I need lunch for Tuesday and Thursday. So only 2 days, but I do need dinner for, technically for tonight, which I don't think, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I think I may just heat up some real good chicken strips, the real good chicken strips. I think I'm going to heat up some of those in the air fryer and just kind of snack on those. I had a big salad for lunch, so I'm not actually super hungry. But I do need dinner for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly Friday. We may go out to dinner on Friday night, but I'm not positive yet. So what I plan on doing is I bought a rotisserie chicken from Costco, and we're going to turn that into a dinner and lunch/dinners. I'm also going to do some snacks. So I planned on doing I planned on making some protein snack boxes. I was going to do it a little differently until I realized that I could stretch my chicken that far. So that is the plan. And because I just bought the chicken today, I can actually make it stretch for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then that way it still will be good. So anywho, that is what I'm going to do. So we're going to take a chicken and we're going to turn it into chicken soup. We're going to turn it into some protein boxes, and we're going to turn it into a rotisserie chicken salad. So let me show you what we can do with one rotisserie chicken. Alrighty, I got all my prep done. So the carrots and celery here are going to be for the soup. Also going to add in some chopped onions. We have our chicken here, so I separate out some chicken that'll be for my protein boxes. This chicken's going to be for the chicken soup and for the chicken salad. And then over here, we have some pickles and some more celery for the chicken salad. Also getting out some seasonings, which I will show you guys all of that when we start putting it together. Going to go ahead and put the soup together first. That way it can simmer for a couple hours. And then we will move on to the chicken salad and the protein boxes. Now, whenever I make any kind of soup, I like to saute the veggies first before we add in the broth. And I saute the veggies with the seasoning, and then that way just adds a lot of flavor. So I have a tablespoon of butter in there that I'm melting. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the veggies. And if you guys have been watching me a while, you know that whenever I make any kind of soups or stews, I always add in extra veggies. I think soups and stews are a great opportunity to get those veggies in. It just seems like it's an easy, natural way to get those in. So I'm just going to saute these up till they start to get a little bit color to them, kind of start to, not really brown. I don't want them cooked all the way through, but just kind of get a little color on them, and it just kind of allows them to just have more flavor. I'm going to add in some poultry seasoning. I think poultry seasoning just has sage, thyme, I'm not sure what else, but I use it for any kind of my chicken soups. And I am going to add in quite a bit. And like I said, I'm going to saute the seasoning, because when you saute the seasoning, it really adds a lot more flavor too, because the seasonings get kind of activated and it just adds in a lot more flavor. I feel like if you add the seasoning right to the broth, you're just seasoning the broth and the seasoning doesn't get a chance to really do its job. We're also going to add in some of Kinder's salt, pepper, garlic blend. I'm going to go ahead and let those do their thing, and then we will add in the chicken and the broth. While our veggies are sauteing, we'll go ahead and put our protein boxes together. So I'm going to use some of these lightly salted roasted almonds. I'm going to do a serving, which will give us 5 carbs, 170 calories. I'm not sure how many Weight Watcher points, I think 4. And we're going to do 28 grams of those. Or you could do 25 pieces, but weighing them out in grams is much better. We'll see. I may end up doing less, so we'll go ahead and see what 28 grams looks like. Whoa, well, there we go. That is 28 grams. That's 27 grams, but we get what we get there. Okay, we're going to go to the other one. Feel pretty good that I got it in the first handful. That one's 24, so we'll add in another one. Okay, pretty darn good. And then I'm going to add in some Colby Jack cubed cheese. On this, we get 0 carbs, 120 calories for 7 cubes. But again, I'm going to weigh it out. It's 30 ounces. I am going to actually see if 7 cubes is 30 ounces. Now, all the cubes are probably not going to be the same size. That's 29. We're just going to go with that. That was 7 cubes. See what that is. 31. Again, close enough. Now I was going to add pickles to these, but I actually ended up using my pickles for the rotisserie chicken salad, but I did pick up some of these, so I'm not going to open them. I'll just take those with me and they'll be part of my box. I love pickles. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our chicken. I'll just do the weight just so I can accurately do the protein. So I am going to go ahead and weigh it until I get all my, let's see, I kind of sorted out what looked like to be about even. So that's 64 grams. Let's see what we got left here, and we may end up adding in more. My scale is not wanting to do the thing. I think I did pretty good with doing this pretty much half. Okay, that's 67 grams, 71 grams. So this was 64. Let's see, this last little piece will do. 64 plus 9, 73. So 73. So they're both about right around 71 to 73 grams on that. And then lastly, for my chicken, I love the no sugar added sweet and smoky raised barbecue sauce. The serving on this is 32 grams or 2 tablespoons. So we're going to go ahead and do grams on this, and I'll dip my chicken in this. Oh, I'll show you the label here in just a second. And this is 4 carbs, and I know it's 0 points, and it's 15 calories for the serving. Okay, a little bit over 34, but I won't use it all because I'll just be dipping my chicken in it. And here are our nice little protein boxes for snacks. So I'll have this, I'll take one to work on Tuesday, and then I'll also have one for Thursday to have for my snack for the day. Go ahead and show you the stats on this. So I'll hold the camera here so I can show you the carbs, protein, and WW points. Okay, so this is looking and smelling amazing. You see all the spices there? Yum. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the chicken. And it was roughly 3 cups of rotisserie chicken, both the dark and the light meat, but the protein and all that will still be the same. So I'm just gonna go ahead and again kind of let those spices heat up the chicken and, you know, kind of flavor up the chicken a little bit, and then we'll add in our broth. Now I have this reduced sodium chicken broth. I actually usually prefer to use bone broth in my chicken soup, but my Walmart was all out of it. Well, they were out of the Sam's Club brand, which is pretty affordable. They only had the Kettle and Fire, but that was $7, y'all. $7, and it wasn't even a full 32-ounce container. I think it was 28 ounces. I am not spending $7 on bone broth. This is just fine. There's just some sacrifices you have to make for your budget. So went ahead and added in then 32 ounces of reduced sodium chicken broth. I do prefer to use the reduced sodium just because I feel like regular chicken broth is just, it has so much sodium, and I am just not really a salt person. That's why you see me using like the blend a lot, because I don't like just plain salt. Not a fan. Probably why I don't like electrolytes and things like that very well. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a boil, and then we will simmer this. I'm just going to simmer it for a couple hours. It's 6:30 right now. I'm going to go to bed about 9, so I'll go ahead and just simmer this till right before bedtime. Let it, actually I'll probably let it simmer till 8. That way I can let it completely cool for about an hour before I put it in the refrigerator. But we'll go ahead and let this come to a boil, and we'll put the lid on it. We're gonna make our rotisserie chicken salad. This is gonna be super basic. You could do so many things with chicken salad. I'm making this super basic, but I'm also making it kind of chunky. And what I mean by that is I made my celery, my pickles a little bit chunky. And then that way, because I plan on eating this, just eating it. I'm not gonna put it on any wrap, not gonna eat it with crackers, anything like that. When I make rotisserie chicken salad, I just like to eat it just as is. So I do like to keep things kind of chunky. And oh, the last thing I did not already cut up were the green onions. Let me cut those up real quick, and then I'll show you my another tip for making chicken salad. Sorry, I thought my camera was rolling. So in my bowl here, here's another tip I have. Whenever you are making any sort of chicken salad, egg salad, mix up your like dressing ahead of time. Before you add it in, everything gets it nice and stirred up. Add your spices into this. So we'll do that in a second, but let me show you what's in here. Now to kind of cut the fat and calories, I'm doing a mixture of light mayo. So I did 2 servings of this. So it's 15, not 2 servings, 3. So I did 15 times 3, so 45 grams of the mayo. And then I did 60 grams of the plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And then I just did a squirt of the Dijon mustard. So we're gonna go ahead and stir that up. And I swear, if you mix actually I can do plain non-fat Greek yogurt in my salads on its own, but I do like to add mayo in when I'm just having it, just again, like I'm not gonna be doing crackers or anything with this. So because of that, I do like to add in real mayo. And let me add a little bit more mustard. Mustard is my favorite. And then we're gonna add in our spices. So we're gonna do onion salt. And again, I like to add it to the dressing. It just seems like it covers it a lot better. We're gonna do some dill. Probably not that much dill normally. I'm gonna add in some chives. And I'm also going to add in some pepper, which I need to go grab. I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up. I keep eyeing that barbecue sauce because I kind of feel like barbecue sauce, I've never done it before, and I don't know if I want to do it with the Dijon mustard, but I think next time I may try barbecue sauce. Now I usually just give it a little taste, make sure I have a good ratio. Oh yeah, that's perfect. just a little bit too much pepper. Then I'm going to go ahead and add it to the chicken. So I did chop up the chicken into diced, and again, there's about 3 cups here. I got about 6.5 cups of meat off of that rotisserie chicken. So I put 3 in the soup, 3 in this, and then about 1/2 cup in those protein boxes. I'm going to stir this up first, and I feel like if it at this point, don't add any more yogurt or mayo, because as this sits, it kind of breaks down a little bit. So then we're going to add in our pickles, and yes, a lot of pickles. If you guys have been around a long time, you know how much I love pickles. I'm going to go ahead and stir that into, I probably should have used a bigger bowl, but I kind of wanted to use the same bowl I'm going to store it in as the one I'm going to mix it in, without having to dirty up too many bowls. And then we have our celery and our green onions. Like I said, I made my celery super chunky because I want to taste it. I love celery, and I feel like in a salad that you're just going to be eating as a salad, not having it on bread or anything like that. If you're going to have it on bread or in a wrap, I would cut your chicken a lot finer and cut your veggies a lot finer, because otherwise it's not as pleasant to kind of eat on a wrap. Kind of takes up a lot more room. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this off camera so you're not watching my hand go crazy. So here is my chicken salad, and I'll put everything up here for, this will be 3 servings because I am having this as a main meal, like I said. Here is how I split it up. I get a lot of questions on this. So I weighed my bowl before I started making it. The bowl is 28 grams is the bowl itself. That's how much it weighs. It's just a plastic bowl. So this total is $9.79. That includes the 28 grams that the bowl weighs. So I will subtract that from there. So that's what, $9.61. So I'll take $9.61, divide that by 3, and that's how many grams each serving will be. So that's how I do that. I do that with soups and things like that. Typically with the soup, I won't have to weigh the bowl, because the bowl that I'm going to serve the soup in, I'll just put that on the scale, zero it out, pour the soup in there, and then divide that by however many servings. But that's how I figure up how many grams and how I figure up a serving. Some people just do it by cups, but that kind of does give you the more accurate serving by doing it on the scale and just dividing it. Soup is simmering. I'm just going to go ahead and snap as good of a picture as I can get for the thumbnail, and then I'll put the servings up here. I don't know at this point how many servings it's going to be. I'm thinking 5, maybe 4 servings. Actually, I'm just going to calculate 4 servings, so I will put everything here on the screen for 4 servings, and I'll just weigh it out the same way that I had talked about earlier. I'm not sure how much longer my tripod's gonna stay. Every time I do use my tripod, little pieces of it fall off. Oh my goodness. I've had so many tripods, and this one is by far my favorite, but I looked on Amazon and it's no longer available, of course. But this one has been my favorite. I have not liked some of the other ones because they've been super flimsy, but this one is just kind of falling apart. But anywho, so we are done with meal prep. The soup is still souping. So I'm going to go ahead and close up today's video. I know it's like a short and sweet Vlogmas video today, just some meal prepping. The rest of this week will be hit and miss what I have going on, but I will definitely share with you some little coworker gift ideas, especially if you need to buy something for a coworker under around $25. That's kind of our limit. So I'll share that with you tomorrow, because Wednesday is our party. So I will share that with you tomorrow. I'm going to try to make some goodies tomorrow night, but I don't know if that's going to work out. If I do end up making them, I'll at least show you the final product, but we'll just see what happens. I have a big day tomorrow, lots going on, which I will update you on Thursday. Wednesday, we have our department party, so I probably will not be filming at all on Wednesday. It's going to be a real full packed day with work, and I won't have any really food to show you because we're going to go out to lunch. So I don't know, maybe I may vlog or something afterwards and show you my gifts that I got from my coworkers and show you my dinner. And then Thursday, I'll probably be a chatty vlog, because I do work from home on Thursday, and I don't think I have anything going on Thursday. I think it's the only day this week I don't have anything going on. Friday, we're doing a potluck. So and I'm not doing anything healthy for it, but I will share the recipe with you. Just with how busy and the things that I have going on this week, I don't think I'm gonna have time to really cook anything. So I'm doing a really kind of fun dessert that I think a lot of people will like. It'll be something easy, something indulgent, and you know, this time of year, some people just like indulgent type things, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I will be making that on Thursday, so I'll definitely share with you how to make that, and you'll see that video probably on, well, what I'll do is I'll vlog on Friday. I'll show myself making it, and then I will just get with you guys on Friday and kind of talk about it, show you the recipe. But it will be not low carb. It'll be not low Weight Watcher points. It's going to definitely be indulgent. Any of the cookie recipes that I'm making for family and friends and stuff over the next week or so, it's definitely not going to be low carb and WW friendly. Although I do want to try out some low carb goodies. So I think I will be trying out some, but I'm just not for sure what I'm going to have time to do. So I need to get through Friday, and then I have 2.5 weeks of time off, and I will be in heaven. So I can tell you that. I think I'll just be so much less stressed too with the other things that are happening, and I cannot wait, because it's one thing my dietitian was saying was sleep more and have less stress. And I told her, I said, right now with the things going on in my life, stress is one of those things that I am having the worst time controlling, but I know that's going to change here soon. So just the anticipation of that changing. My dog wants to go out, so I better go ahead and let him out. I will have any recipes linked down below, kind of the recipes I loosely based these off of. I will have those linked down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.